I am so excited for you for this time of year on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Q4, October, November, and December are known as the highest yielding profits out of the entire year on Amazon. 40 to 60% of self-publishers will make the majority of their income in the next 90 days. This counts for October, November, and December. Now, if you're watching this video outside of those dates, it does not matter, okay? It mattereth not. And here's the reason why. Because you can start now to have a great Q4 whenever you start. And if you are watching this at the end of October as this is published, you still have time. Sales will spike on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and continue all the way up until December 23rd. They slow down on December 23rd because Prime shipping in the United States shuts down. My name is Jenny Henson-Lane. I've published over 600 books. I've crossed six figures doing it, and this channel is dedicated to helping you grow with shortcuts and even strategies that I've used. In this video, I'm going to share with you something you can start working on right now. We're going to look up the profitability. We're going to dive into it. If there's any questions that you have, be sure to drop them in the comments. That always helps me make better, more concise videos for you. And this is just actually some of the tips that I've used as I've published this past year. Okay, so let's dive in. What I'm going to share with you on my screen is a software, and the software is called BookBeam. Now, BookBeam was designed by a self-publisher, okay? And so his name is Tomas. He has given me a lot of tips and tricks over the weeks and months about what is in demand on Amazon. Essentially, what I'm looking for to maximize my profits on Amazon is for Q4 is to focus on things that are in demand, but are they're less known, right? And so I have kids. We've been making riddle books this past year, and it's been so fun because we've been getting organic sales with them. So this is a great thing to make for Christmas presents, okay? So riddle books for kids, the search volume here is going up, BookBeam says, and it's searched 6,000 times a month, okay? So what I'm going to look for is something that is a little bit more niche. We're going to use maybe long tail keywords. Silly jokes for silly kids, children's book, age 5 to 12. 85 people are searching for that. A lot of people would overlook this because they think 85 is not a lot of people. Imagine 85 people coming to your door and knocking on it and saying, hey, do you have a book for silly kids? Like, that's what people really underestimate, and we should not do that anymore. Like, when you focus on just search volume alone, the competition can be way higher. So I want to show you how I've been making organic sales to the tune of $1,200 since I started this in March, just by quietly publishing these underserved niches, okay? So let me pop back over here and show you. So we have got this one we're going to click on, and here's the thing, it's October. This is going to get higher and higher. Here's why I want to focus on it. The competition is so low. So if I'm just getting started, like, I'm not going to actually get overwhelmed with everything else that's going on, okay? Let me move my screen a little bit. You can see here I am gearing up to make chicken tikka masala. My kids told me what I made last time was not red enough, so we're going to go again. Okay. So here are some examples. Let's see, silly jokes for silly kids. This one is doing okay. It's 8 years old. Here's the wild thing. Like, the cover's not super great. If you made this, I love you, but I would encourage you to update the cover because that could be one of the reasons it could be selling better. But also, you know how to get reviews. So, like, let's level up the game. But this one is perfect if you're good at designing, to come in and be like, I can do a book like that, okay? I'm going to come up here to the right-hand side, and I want to look for best-selling. Okay, best-selling is going to give me a lot of data that's current. And so what I want to look for is anything that is below the BSR of like 200,000. If you're asking, what is the BSR? That stands for best-selling rank. Okay. Here's a great one. 365 joke books for kids. Not exactly riddles, but now we understand the idea of like a thesaurus, and what is the word? Synonym? Synonym. Woo! Inside of here, like, we need to communicate to the buyer the way they type, okay? So if you have been finding keywords and you think, well, I'm going to make my keyword a little bit different, that tells Amazon you don't want to talk to the customer who typed in the actual keyword, okay? And spoiler alert, do you know what Amazon is giving customers? They're not showing them keywords. Do you know what Amazon calls them? You know what Jeff Bezos calls them? Plus, we still need a name for Jeff Bezos. I can't use Beth Bezos anymore. These are called customer search terms. That means Amazon is not going to deliver a keyword to a customer, a buyer, unless it's validated. So everything's pre-validated. So that's why we use those when we fill out our book information, okay? So let me go back and let me show you what we're looking for here. One thing that I really love about BookBeam, and I actually have a coupon code for you below, is the historical data. Well, there's actually many things that I love about BookBeam. The historical data, but then also, pardon me, I don't have to leave. I don't have to leave Amazon to do this research, okay? So let's look here at our screen, and what we're seeing here is how this book has done, okay? I'm really kind of zooming in here because this is really good data that people skip over, okay? So you can see here that this BSR, it sells every single day. It makes 5 to 6 sales a day. The royalty is $23 to $28. What would that mean to you guys? What would you do with an additional $28 a day, right? Like a lot of people think, oh, it's not $1,000 a day. But literally, if we do the math, that's $840 a month. That's just one book. So there's a lot of power in this. There's a lot of power in like, hey, could I get this gift for a family or a friend or a child, okay? So that's one thing that I think is so valuable about this. Now, why I love this graph is because it shows me the BSR, okay? This is not just a Christmas book. This is an evergreen book that works every single day. So this is the BSR 50,000. It's a little bit high right now, but it's going to spike. It's going to go way lower. And the reason we know this is let's look at the 1 year. This is why I love BookBeam, okay? Look here at what happens. Let's see. It's only 8 months old, okay? So this is a really fun book to pay attention to during Christmas time. So if you want a follow-up video of how well this book did, then in the comments write 365, okay? And we will literally follow the journey of this book. I follow book journeys, you guys. I follow book journeys because it gives me data, and data is queen or king, whoever's the boss, right? And when you see what's working, you can align your book and create a book that would also fit for this customer. And a lot of people really misunderstand that process when they're doing book creation, okay? So you can see here that this book really only slowed down when it was published and then it got going, okay? So think about this as we look down at the A+ content. They're actually painting the picture of what it actually feels like to have this book in your hands. Clean, kid-friendly, like these are things that we need to focus on, okay, as you're doing this. These are A+ content, and you can create this in Canva in a free account or a pro account, okay? And so it is great. This is actually allowing the customer to stay on the sales page, okay? Amazon has heat maps on their pages. A heat map shows what people are looking at and looking for. So the longer you can keep someone on your page, the more that gives Amazon more information about that customer to send them to similar pages. So a customer will spend time here, they'll look at this, they'll see, okay, fuel your kids' creativity, then they put it in the cart. Amazon has all that data and they're going to start looking for other things that are suggested. So Amazon takes the historical data, they take the review status, and they take previous sales and launch date in account when they are suggesting books. So you can see here that they want the customer to buy more, so they do a frequently bought together. So we've got the silly jokes for kids, and would you rather book, okay? Which this one's killing it too. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you because it is literally time. Like it's time for you to build your book income stream machine. And it is, there's never been a better time, okay? So let's look really quick at the categories and see puns and wordplay, jokes and riddles, and kids' books, okay? Okay, so think about what you want to publish for Christmas. Sometimes it's just one really good quality book that can change everything for you. If you've been to any of the quarterly planning, there's a call that Danny on Demand and I have done. I think we've done it almost 3 or 4 times, and it's preparing for Q4. And when him and I are preparing for those calls, we're getting on Zoom calls, and we're strategizing. And what's really coming out of that is like both of us have a bestseller that makes the majority of the sales during Christmas, okay? And so, yes, you want a good collection, but focus on one good quality book this year and spend time on it that you're like proud of it. You're so proud of that book. And then if it works, you double down and do more of that, okay? So let me show you one more. Here's a great one. This is This is a really good what we call like fusion. So when I was in Peru, I had Szechuan key lime chicken. You guys, food core memory. If you've ever had a food core memory, tell me what it was in the comments. There's a lot of senses and things that happen that when you have good food. But in addition to that, sometimes this core memory and these happen when we cross two things together. So like there's a lot of Asian immigrants into Peru, right? And like ceviche kind of has its origin there. But Szechuan chicken is Chinese, key lime, like there was just such a great fusion that it was amazing. And I've never forgotten that because I'm a foodie, but also this works across marketing, okay? So the reason why I'm sharing that, you're like, what does Szechuan key lime chicken have to do with this? Look at this book here. This is an advent calendar dad joke, okay? So this is perfect fusion. It is cross promoting, like it's dad's and advent calendar, okay? So if you have something that's doing really well, maybe you make unicorn books for little girls, do an advent calendar for unicorns. Like this is gold stuff right here, okay? So they just published this because they're getting ready. This book is 33 days old, okay? Already off to the races at $488 a day. And for the month, this book will make them $15,000 at least in October, okay? It may go on to make them $60,000 to $70,000 next month. So it is very, very powerful. And this is a beautiful cover. Like, even if it's AI, they did a great job. And sometimes that doesn't matter, okay? So think about using AI in ethical, honest ways. If they had a designer, that's great. But the reason I'm using the phrase AI is because I think this is achievable for all of us if we spend time learning that skill set of prompting proper graphic design, okay? So we only have a little bit of book history here, but it's off to the races, right? Right when it got launched, maybe they have an email list. Maybe they're using ads, okay? I wouldn't know if they're using ads unless I did some keyword research and it popped up on my feed, okay? I don't quite go that deep because I love running ads. So I'm not really going to be too like, oh, I can't do that because I don't run ads. I'm going to turn on ads to see how it does, right? And that's really, really powerful. Okay. So I wanted to share these two examples. We literally could do this all day. Look at this A+ content, 300 jokes. They're showing you the inside. Very, very simple. And you could automate some of this in Canva, okay? So this is a great example. There's still time to get this out because Advent is used for a very specific time, right? That's what's so cool about this. And this is a book that they can do every single year, year after year, okay? I'm tempted. I just want to look at this. I'm like, should I get this for my husband? This book is a year old. Advent calendar, dad jokes, okay? Very simple. Also, $13 a day. Not bad, okay? I think there's their A+ content. They need to have kids in this picture. Like kids laughing to convince I should get this. But it's still doing great, okay? So that's really like Q4 is going to be amazing. It can be amazing for you if you start now. I want you to take advantage of it. I want you to think about how you can actually start implementing these things and think about giftable items. It's all about what can I get somebody else. There's a station that everyone tunes into in their brain, and it's called WIFM, IIFM, We FM. What's in it for me? And when you're a self-publisher and you want to make money online, sometimes you think about what's in it for me and you want to try to make money and you forget about serving that customer on a really high level that it spreads and sells a lot. So I want you to take a step away from your ego of like, I need to make all this money, and like, I want to serve somebody at a really high level with this book. I'm going to make it the best book I can, because that really transforms your book account. Okay. I love you. Here is a video that YouTube is suggesting. Please let me know how I can help you. I'm always here, as you know. Please subscribe if you liked any bit of this. Any feedback or sharing this always helps the channel grow. So just remember, you guys, if you don't quit, and you also, mastery is messy. It's okay if you don't get the book right. It's okay if you do some formatting that doesn't work out. Like, mastery is messy. Okay, love you, bye!